Hi, Laura Leader with Law Office Solution here. In this tutorial I want to show you how you can start page numbering at 1 on any page of the document that you would like. For my example, I have a pleading document that has a long caption page, or actually pages. And what I would like to do is treat those pages like title pages that don't have any page numbering at all, and then start numbering at 1 where the body of the document starts. And I'd like that to start on its own page. In order to change page numbering partway through a document, you need to insert a section break. You basically have to break the document into 2 sections. So I'm going to put my cursor between the caption text and the body text of the document and insert that section break. To do that, I would go to Layout, Breaks, and I want, under section breaks, a next page section break, because not only do I want to break it into 2 parts so I can change the page numbering, I also want to push all this text for the where the body of the document starts to the next page. Now I've got that and I'm happy so far. I want to go to my home ribbon and turn on show hide just so we can see what kind of non-printing characters are in here. And I see I have an extra hard return here that I don't want. If I go up here, I see the section next page section break. That's what we just put in. And I can see that because the show hide is on. So now what I want to do is remove page numbering from the first section of the document and then have the second section start at 1 instead of 3 like it currently does. So I am going to get my cursor into the second section of the document, and I know I'm in section 2 because down here it tells me section 2, and I'll show you at the end of this video how I got that to appear. I also know because I've just put this section break in here. Okay, so I'll get into the footer, and I want to tell the page numbering to start at 1. And to do that, once I'm in the footer, the header footer design ribbon appears, and on it we have page numbering, and from there we have format page numbers, and I can just tell it, guess what, I don't want to continue, I want to start over, and I want to start at 1. You could start at any number you wanted. Say OK, and there it is. So that's great, but I still have this page numbering on the first section. Down here in section 2, I also notice that first page footer is turned on because I see it here, and if I look up at that header footer design ribbon, I see different first page. I want to turn that off in section 2. I do not need a first page footer in section 2. First page footer would be to have the first page header or footer different from all the other pages, and I want them all to be the same in the second section of my document. So I don't want that. Now, I also want to turn off the nefarious same as previous, because if I don't do that, when I go to the previous section and start deleting page numbers, they're going to delete them out of this section as well. So I notice this is on. It's always going to be on after you insert a section break, and I need to turn it off with link to previous. It's off. I'm happy. So I'm going to go to the previous section, which is section 1, which I could have scrolled also, but I just use this button. And in here, I just want to get rid of the page numbering. I just don't want any page numbering. Now, section 1 also had different first page turned on. I just knew that. So when I hit previous again, here's the first page footer. I don't really need that. I could turn it off. I could also delete the page numbering from it. Either way, but I'll just do both. Turn it off. Now, let's close out of here. And let's turn show hide off because that's kind of annoyingly busy. And let's take a look at our handiwork. I told it I don't want any page numbering on these first 2 pages, and I don't have it. Then the third page of the document is starting at 1. And then I've got 2, 3, 4 throughout the rest of the document. Now I mentioned this section indicator here that tells me what section of the document I'm in. That is not on by default in newer versions of Word. So if you would like to see that, what you do is just put your mouse on your status bar here at the bottom and right click. And that gives you a menu of choices, and section is one of the choices. There are other things you can also choose to see or not see on here. And now wherever I am, I can see what section of the document I'm in, which comes in quite handy if you start working with sections more. And there you have it.